A fantastic 3-0 win for Wealdstone at Vauxhall Road against Hemel Hempstead this afternoon. Delighted to be joined by Wealdstone Manager Dean Brennan. Dean, a 5-star performance in top of the league. How does that make you feel?
I'm delighted with the performance. I think that's very important. We were solid. We pressed from the front. And I thought we expressed ourselves really well at times. Then we managed the game really well in the second half. With 2-0 up, it's always difficult when you're 2-0 up because you're thinking if they get one, it's game on. If we get one, it's game over. So we spoke about that at half time. But I thought we were very mature in our performance. We dominated the game, really, in my opinion.
I completely agree with you, to be fair. I think once it went 2-0, just before half-time, fantastic time to score, about 2 minutes before the break. And it looked like if we'd have sort of hung on for the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, I thought we had a real good chance of getting 3 points. And then obviously Mendy seals the deal with a fantastic header about 15 minutes from the end. It's really great to see the team seal the games off like this.
Yeah, I think we could have put the game to bed in the first 5-10 minutes of the second half, to be honest with you. We had some good opportunities then and got on some good areas, racing people down the channels and coming inside as well. So we had some good play. We played well. Collectively as a team, we played well. If I'm being honest, everyone was 8/9 out of 10 on the pitch, and I thought our supporters were 10 out of 10. They drove us forward. It is difficult when you're 2-0 up. It can be mentally because you sleep a little bit. And they had one great chance at the back post when Ashton's made a save when we were 3-0 up. Michi sort of fell asleep a little bit on that occasion. So we just got to make sure we don't sleep on them situations. But we understand that the opposition are going to have some kind of attempt on your goal, but we really limited them today to attempts on a goal, which is very impressive.
As we spoke about in the week, Hemel have had a similar start to the season as us before today's game, and this was a real test to sort of see what level we were at. What have you learnt about your players after today's game?
I've learned they're brave. I said about bravery before the game, you know, put our foot on the ball, try play, but earn the right to play, and I think that's very important. That's our philosophy. Earn the right to do what you're good at, and I think the players are doing what they're good at. Like Mendy's given us a headache, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean? And you know, Billy wasn't at his slick best today, but I thought they left the pitch really long. The pitch was wrong, it was dry. It suited sort of their tactics, which is more aerial, more physical. They walked their socks off, to be fair to Hemel. They're a hard, really industrial side, and they have good ability, like I spoke about in the top end. So learning more about the side, you learn the team's growing. You know, there's competition for places. The intensity was good, and I just think for us, what's very important is that, you know, when Mendy comes in, he's now knocking on someone else's position. Do you know what I mean? And that's what's happened. Shep come on, did a really good job. Sanchez come on, showed a lot of flair. So we're all we just got to keep setting the standards and keep applying ourselves to them.
I certainly agree. I thought some of the substitutions that were made really worked for the type of game that we were in at that point. Especially, you know, Mendy. I don't think a lot of people would have seen that change coming when Connor Smith goes off. Why did you look to him rather than, say, a Jake Shepherd? Because it's paid off for you massively.
I think it was important we got Greeny into the game more. Because when you play wide, it's a much more industrial position, the way we play with our wide forwards. So I thought that was important to get Greeny into the 10, get the... Billy gets the ball off the back four, Michael Phillips get the ball off the back four, they supply the front four. I thought that was important, and getting him in there, he drifts into lovely areas, so it's a great option for us to have. And then Mendy obviously brings you pace, he wants to score, like he's hit a cracker off the crossbar, his body's open, he wants to score goals. Mendy's all about scoring goals, and I think we have a gem on our hands.
3 goal scorers that haven't scored for Wealdstone so far this season. How does that feel like? Because they're all your signings. It must be a great feeling to see that.
Yeah, I think the boys have the capabilities. You know, a lot of them can play higher. You know, I said when I first got here, we've got a lot of hungry players. They didn't have great seasons last year, and sometimes you need a manager to believe in you. And I think I've done that with the players. You know, I really believe in this group of players. And what we've had, which has been very good from a football club, we've had no excuses. Our training facilities are excellent. The environment that we create around the football club, everyone in it together, is very important. And that's from the supporters, myself. I'm valued the same as yourself, Dec, if I'm being honest with you. That's how we work. We want people to come to work to Wealdstone Football Club, and we want people to enjoy themselves, but we want people to work hard first and foremost. I think if you create that environment, you want to come to work, don't you? So yeah, we're really happy with things so far.
Now, after a fantastic win, we look on to Saturday. Of course, you want to dissect and have a look and analyse this fixture, but moving on to Hungerford on Saturday is, as much as we like to sit here and say, you know, that could be a comfortable win, it's not going to be easy. How do you look at that going into it?
Hungerford, young, hard-working side, well-organised, defensive-minded, so we're going to have to break them down. And then obviously we go again on the Monday to Weymouth as well. So we've got a squad where we could possibly rotate. It's a decision I'll make later in the week. We've got a friendly against Hayes and Yedden on Tuesday night, which some of the lads that need minutes, that played in pre-season, they need minutes. They haven't played now for 3 weeks, so that'll happen Tuesday. And we'll see how the lads do in that game on Tuesday to affect if they can get into the team over the bank holiday weekend. And that's really what we'll do.
Thank you, Dino.
Cheers, they go.